Adam, how would you like to turn into an idiot?
I'm not sure I follow.
For our new sponsor, Village Idiot Pub, the 5K.
Oh, yeah. Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is holding an event for the Children's Hunger Project called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again.
The run is a 5K held right in front of Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa.
It's an event to raise money and awareness for the Children's Hunger Project. While you can run, you don't have to. You can walk, skip, or drink your way to the end.
So bust out those costumes, bedazzlers, and sequins and get creative, as there will be awards for the best dressed fool or idiot. The theme is Masquerade Ball.
Also, you've heard them on Living Podcariously do a performance, as well as guesting on the Twisted 10. Our friends of the podcasts, Hot Pink, will be performing for the Village Idiot at 7 p.m.
This 5K is not a timed event. It's a fun run. It's really about having fun and raising some money for the Children's Hunger Project.
Village Idiot Pub has over 30 beers on tap, including ciders as well as Hefeweizens, my favorite, hundreds of bottle choices, and a great selection of wine.
So get your friends together for the run, then enjoy the board games, puzzles, and giant Jenga inside, as well as Hot Pink's performance.
Jason and the rest of the staff are awesome and will take excellent care of you.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
You can catch the entire cast from Living Podcariously as well as the Twisted 10 there on April 1st for this run. I'm thinking we should set up mics and let our listeners and the people at Village Idiot add some commentary.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
The Village Idiot Run will be on April 1st, directly in front of the Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa, directly across from the big park.
Visit Village Idiot Pub on Facebook for full event details.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to the Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 list, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
And welcome to this edition of the Twisted 10. It's going to be Crimpintalistical.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crimpintalistical episode today.
Crimpintalistical.
I heard cribby.
Yeah, this episode is actually going to qualify for handicap parking at Walmart.
That's a good
Well,
spot
that's
to
not
have.
nice to say. Well, I am not the host today. I'm just a guest today. But if this is your first time listening to the Twisted 10, real quickly break down. We basically come up, well, the host of the show generates their own original top 10 list, and we break it down. We talk about it. We put some mayonnaise on it. We cut it in half. We share it amongst each other.
Yeah.
I don't want mayonnaise on mine.
Okay, so no mayonnaise on one.
Special white sauce.
And then one of us pukes it back up onto a cracker. And
I feel like that's a lot of work for this podcast.
A new listener
It
is
is.
so confused. Now they're like, what?
but then there's another one that's really turned on. So anyway, then we discuss it, we break it down, and then we and it's original top 10 list created by the host, which is not me this week. And there's a surprise. Sometimes there's a twist on these, sometimes there's not, but there's also a surprise to all of us who are not the host. We don't know what the list is about.
That's right.
So once again, I'm Tach, and sitting across from me on the other side.
That's right, because Tach is sitting in the Lady Chase
I'm in the
tonight.
Lady Chase tonight.
Yep.
Ooh.
I
How's
am-
it feeling?
I feel sexy.
I'm Adam. I'm also not your host tonight. Andrea?
I'm Andrea Joy, and I am not your host.
Well, that must mean-
tonight.
That must
it must
mean-
be.
I'm Jay Alvarez. I know. Actually, I am also not the host tonight.
He played along.
Yeah.
So
Oliver?
He got as corny as we usually do.
Yeah.
do we have a...
Yeah,
Got somebody?
Yeah, we got a guest host, and we like last week we did a guest host session over Skype. Who
was that
week,
again?
Dan Cummins.
Oh,
and
that's
that
right.
show blew blew the fuck up. Holy shit. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Dan. Everybody out there that's listening, go check out his podcast, Time Suck. It is a fantastic podcast.
I appreciate you guys letting me come back now that Celebrity's gone.
Yeah, you're allowed back in the house.
Thank you.
This week, we actually had, so this is kind of unique. Like Tach said, we do a unique top 10 list, but we also are the only podcast that I know of that will completely turn the entire hour of the show over to a guest, and that includes our listeners. So this week, Xavier hit us up on Facebook and said, "Hey guys, I love the show.
Dreams happen."
That's right. That's right. And we said, "Come on up then," so we don't have to do a work and researching a top 10 list. That's really what
luckily he lives right around our area. So
yeah, that's right. He's a Brevard County resident, just like us.
What's his name?
That's Xavier. I don't know if you want to say last name or anything. Like, that's up to you.
I was going to say he came like 800 miles just to be here.
I mean, it was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, I can't believe that your helicopter fit in the backyard.
We just took a wrong turn, and the yacht just got stuck on a barge. You know, it's just, we had to medevac out.
Get to the chopper.
Well, welcome to the show, Xavier. We enjoy having you. And you brought a list with you today?
I did bring a list with me today. Okay. And the list this week is going to be top 10 jobs you're happy don't exist anymore.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
Original, too. So as we've been doing these shows, it's been getting harder and harder and harder to come up with something unique. Like, oh, I want to do something on religions. Oh, we've already had like 2 episodes on religions. I want to do something on sci-fi stuff. We've already had a ton of those. It's a difficult thing to keep coming up with.
So that requires going back and looking at almost every episode. To make sure I do not duplicate.
You know what I like about this, though? These are 10 jobs that we're going to be happy don't exist anymore. You know there's going to be some old 80-year-old listener who used to work at Abacus because they didn't have IBMs yet. So he's sitting there like, oh, damn that technology. Like, we're going to piss like 5 people off.
And Jay said work and Abacus, not worked at Abacus. So I want to make sure.
Yeah, no work.
He used where you work.
Kind of where I work. So
he used to work on Abacus.
Yeah. Yes. Not many people know what that is, actually.
Yeah, exactly, because we're not fucking 80.
Yeah.
or Asian. I just want to point that out. It's not racist.
Whoa, that's a little right.
They use abacuses over
you're right.
there.
It's not racist. It's stereotypical.
Well, no. All right.
I don't even know how to use an abacus.
I don't either.
I thought it was just a fun toy as a kid.
I never knew it actually had a use.
High-end math, apparently. Apparently, you can do a lot of it.
Fast math.
Yeah, fast
I
math.
mean, if you look online, they actually, like, a cheap one goes for, like, $60.
Damn, those are pretty pricey.
Yeah. I've never priced an abacus.
They're ridiculous.
You know, on Amazon? Or
Google searches that have never happened on my computer.
Maybe it has.
Here's a top 10 list.
Okay.
Weirdest Google searches.
That is interesting.
That'd be a short list.
All right, Xavier. So you listen to the show.
History, I'm pretty sure you'll get quite a few.
You've listened to the show. You know how this show goes, the flow, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if everybody's ready,
Ready?
All right. Whenever you're ready, take it away. Here's the keys.
All right. So at number 10, I have
number 10
newspaper reader.
A newspaper reader? A newspaper reader?
All right, so...
Oh, sorry. Together again, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Do you guys want to take a guess on
what he does?
Job entailed?
Reading a newspaper?
Oh, is that it?
I say for the blind, maybe?
No, I would say like back in the day,
people couldn't read.
No, back in the day, literacy wasn't all that high, so it wouldn't surprise me if there used to be a person who would stand in a public area and would read the newspaper for tips. That would not surprise me at all.
You're not too far off there.
Jay for the win.
All right. So actually in America, here in America, factories sometimes employed guys like the guy that I have here. They will actually stand up in the middle of a room and just take a newspaper and read to all of the people that were actually rolling cigars, and that was actually here in Florida in Key West in 1930s.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, and thus CNN was born. So that's
no. Reading the newspaper.
News reporters.
Reading the newspaper meant they were reading real news.
Okay.
You said CNN.
True.
Sorry, I am not conservative.
Did they do it
or liberal?
Did they do it at 5 o'clock and then again at 6?
I mean, I guess they would just read their morning newspaper to them.
Okay. If it bleeds, it leads.
Good morning, factory workers.
You should have done your best Robin Williams Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, no, it's too loud. We all have headphones.
They got some like 50-year-old soccer mom who's drunk, like doing it too. Hey.
You said you had a profile on somebody, though, right?
I mean, I have a picture of the dude that's standing in the middle of the room.
You want me to mime it for you?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
I'll do it for you later.
He's doing it right now. Look.
Yep, see? I'm doing it.
Yep, there he is.
That's pretty much the picture, actually.
Nice.
You guys just have to start rolling cigars. All right, so at number 9, we have the
Number
town
9.
crier.
He's not leaving us time.
Yeah. So the only really
Yeah.
participation that we get to do is make fun of
the
the numbers.
numbers.
We look forward to it.
Yeah, so
and
once you
not-
say number 9, we'll all say number 9, or we'll goof off that. Then you go in.
Okay.
It's a mutation of podcast.
All right, so
Yep.
we'll start again on
All
number
right.
9.
Okay.
All right, number 9.
Number
Nueve. Ah,
6.
ah.
Oh, no, we were doing the
Yeah,
9
it's-
thing?
yeah.
My bad.
upside down.
All right, we have a town crier.
Yes.
So I'm
The
sure,
toddler's
That's just a
biggest mouth.
Gossip Queen. Is that all
I'm
that
sure
is?
you guys have watched plenty of old time back.
That's when something bad's
way
coming.
back. Yeah.
Something bad's coming, and they come and tell everyone.
Or I guess that could be for anywhere from like the medieval times when you imagine a town crier being part of there, as well as all the way up into like the 1800s. I mean, hell, Paul Revere, wasn't he the one
Well,
who
no,
came
yeah,
running?
but that's not a town crier. That's a call to arms. No, town
I guess
criers
that's
used
a
to
good
walk
point.
up and down the streets yelling out the actual time. Occasionally, if there's any like special reports going on, or anything that would be good for the public, for the populace to know,
And
he would walk up and down the street yelling it.
And he would get a newspaper and read it? Oh, no, I'm
No,
mixing
no,
them up.
he would just yell like,
You can take me anywhere.
Like, let's say nothing's happening. He would be like 5:12 and all's well, and then they would keep
nice.
walking up and down the block and doing it.
Yeah, and they would be very dressed, very to the nines at the time, full feathered down, and all their gowns and suits, and
Ooh, that sounds like a nice
Because you have to be
job.
taken seriously.
I think that job still exists.
And it
I
would-
saw a
it
guy
would-
doing that just the other day. Just
and everything that I
Stand there
found on
screaming.
everything I found on them, they had to be a very like gentleman looking guy, like very
Gotcha.
manly, man.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
distinguishes the word you're looking
That's
for.
what I say to myself in the mirror. You're
So
distinguished.
your
women
morning
couldn't do it.
mantra.
Yes.
No women could
Yeah,
do
that was like the precursor to Neighborhood Watch. Because if something was happening, he'd yell it.
Start yelling out stuff.
Damn, look at Jay. He's 2 for 2 on this shit.
Yeah, I'm a history buff,
He's
dude.
good.
I actually know
Yeah,
this
you
shit.
know what? That's a good point.
That's why me and Jay get along.
Yeah.
Because I love history. I can do history all day long.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, number 8.
Ocho.
eight.
Eight.
This one is kind of for Andrea.
Yay.
So it was a barber/doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'd
why
have
they
like
have the
3 days of
barber
medical
pulse.
school.
A barber/doctor. So we've talked about barbers in the past a few times. Also, why their sign was spinning. Tell me if I'm
Yeah, that's
stealing
where the
your
barber.
thunder.
That's where the barber
No,
pole
no,
comes
you're
from.
good.
Let the hairstylist do this.
That's a good point, Andrea.
Oh, go ahead.
Take it
Share
away.
a Story.
No, take it away.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
I do.
Just kidding.
No, they
You
used-
don't
Because it
know.
was a symbol.
I bet you
Into
don't
the-
know.
Blood.
Into the mic, baby.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
You're way back here.
That's all right.
No, it's not.
So anyway, the barber would have the spinning red and white thing out front, and that would mean barbershop for one, but also blood transfusions and bloodletting would happen
Yeah, I don't think
at
it was.
the barber.
I don't think was it transfusions or just letting.
Well,
I heard it
was
was bloodletting,
transfusions.
but I don't know.
so what I actually did a little bit more deeper research into it, and believe it or not, the barbers for the people that were like soldiers and stuff would actually be surgeons as well, and they would go
Wow.
and hack off your limbs.
Yeah.
They would
Holy
just take
shit.
whole limbs with them.
Yeah, but they would do
So
it with
you're
a
gonna
straight
get
edge
a
razor, so you're going to be there for a
You're gonna
while.
get a shave and you're gonna get a limb cut off.
You'd have a missing limb, but you'd
You know
look
what?
fantastic.
I'm sure they made it look good.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
you're going to like the way you look.
And you'll be lighter.
I think
So-
I think
That's
that's
the men's
good.
The
warehouse.
Brent
Yeah.
Allen Butcher and Salon.
I like that. You should pitch that by Brenda and see if she likes it.
So at number 7,
Number 7.
Yeah, they.
Seven.
I have the human radar.
Is that just a lookout? Just a lookout is all it is, right?
No, it's just a dude standing in the middle of the room.
Yelling.
So long before the invention of radar, they were airplanes that would be during like World War I, where they didn't have any sort of like that kind of technology yet, and they would use these giant horns that would there was all sorts of crazy different designs that they would use, and they would have these little tiny earpieces, and they would listen for like planes coming in with bombs, and they would be like the first line of defense there to alert everybody that, hey, there's something happening. But
Damn.
that's how they found out, and that's long before any kind of radar. That was their radar.
Well, they also use that same technology in a person in a very good sitcom on TV. See if you can guess this. Where one of the main characters is a human radar. Let's go with the 80s here.
MASH? Is he talking about
No.
radar?
18?
No. The Love Boat.
Soon you'll be making another.
They played.
Okay, that wasn't Love Boat. That was Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked up my own joke. God damn it.
This is why we leave the joke writing to me.
Shit, look at those things.
They're literally giant horns with little earpieces that
You know,
the guy just
technically-
Holy
gets
shit,
put
look
in
at-
like a cast.
Technically, that would be sonar and not radar. So
Yeah, I guess that's a
pointing
good
that out
point.
there.
They're big ears. These guys have a big.
You can
see at the
thank
bottom?
Wikipedia for that.
Their necks gotta hurt
Oh, wow.
or something with their back having to stand there so long.
That's like
Well,
those
they
old
have
cartoons.
like a whole back brace on him. Like he's like on a platform with like a whole back brace and
Oh,
everything.
wow.
That's like those old cartoons when you had an old person that was hard of hearing, they put a horn into their ear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good
Yeah,
call.
these
Yeah.
are just gigantic ones of those.
Oh, shit.
Tack, you know me and you would be the other soldiers that were enlisted when this dude took a nap and fell asleep. We would go up and fart into the earpieces.
Or you know, they'd be whispering to each other. Hey, your fly's open. Right. Want to see my dick? What? Wait till she sees my dick.
Naughty,
What?
naughty,
Putting their
naughty.
dick through there and stuff.
Let's see how long two guys can keep talking about dicks and not be gay. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. Are we gay? Am I gay?
Not if they don't touch.
Yeah.
No.
It's true.
I feel
As long as you're wearing a condom, it's not gay.
so
Oh, dear
pretty.
God.
Yeah.
I feel
As long as you
pretty
slap him when you pull out,
and gay.
you're not gay.
Yeah. You hit their back. Don't hug with two hands.
What you got next on the list, Xavier?
All right, moving right along.
We've gone way off a tangent.
What are we at? 6?
Number 6.
Number
Sace.
He didn't say it.
He didn't say 6 yet.
Number 6.
Number
Sace.
6.
Poor Katie. Xavier's wife's like, what in the fuck am I doing up
Is
here?
this what you do on your free time? No, fuck that. This is why you didn't wash the dishes? This is why the trash hasn't been taken out. No, fuck you in all your holes. You're doing. Stop listening to that goddamn podcast. They're idiots.
And that
You
was
can
Katie's,
listen to
Xavier's fiance's inner monologue that you just heard from. It's weird. She thinks in J.
All right, so I have a human alarm clock. So
Oh, yeah. These guys that went around and woke people up, right?
right.
I believe that's the time of your.
This person would break into your home while you were sleeping, risking
your
life
TV.
and limb to wake you.
Wait, there was no TV.
Call.
If you snuck into my house and woke me up, I'm shooting.
I think they tapped on windows, right?
Right. So what they
But
would
yeah,
do
that's not
is-
going to get you shot.
I don't think they had guns at that time. I think there was
did.
more like.
This was time of your. They had guns in your.
I'm going to shoot you with a bow and arrow.
What the fuck is time of your?
That's what I'm kind of questioning.
All right.
It's Y-O-R-E.
Yeah, all right, Florida Public Schools. Time of your means
Thank you.
back in the olden days
Think Charles Dickens time.
when they spelled the as Y-E. Like, all right, those days.
Yeah.
at you dead.
Yeah.
Those days.
Charles Dickens, you know. Why, it's Christmas morning, so. Sorry, go ahead.
So like,
All right, so yeah,
1999?
You weren't very far off there.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they were actually people like very like kind of bummy people that they would hire just that were off the street because they would already be awake. They were awake all the time. They were homeless.
They're on crystal meth.
meth is a great drug.
It's
Yeah.
all the meth.
Hey, meth
So-
kid, you got to watch?
And they would
Wake me up at 3.
they would be hired by like the doctors and the lawyers and everybody that was of high class to come and actually they would just have these giant long cane poles and they would just go around and either knock on your window with a cane pole or just throw pebbles at your window until you wake up. So I'm just waiting for the guy. I want to hear the story. I've been looking for it for the guy that got pissed off and just threw a fucking rock through the window.
Yeah,
And
no
the
kidding.
judge like
Yeah.
Like, I
couldn't
need a
find one,
snooze
but-
function.
I'm surprised the town crier didn't do this as a side gig.
Yeah, they
I mean, he's already yelling out what time it is anyway. It's like,
Yep.
it's 6 shit.
But yeah, so that's all I got on that one.
All right. Yeah. That's
Cool,
So
cool.
that's 10 through 6.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is the part of the show where we take a break, Xavier. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back
He's
with the
allowing
top
it.
5.
He's allowing it.
Oh yeah, that's true. This
All
is his show.
All right, so let's take a break. And when we come back, you got a teaser for one of those or anything?
You won't believe what number 10 is.
You did it. Hey, during the break, you're listening to Jay Flow, by the way. He's from one of the other local podcasts in the area. He's from the Burn It Down show. So check out a little bit of J Flow.
And also at the end of this episode, listen up for a little commercial at the end, if you don't mind putting that in, Adam. Thanks.
Yeah, I put him in now. You talking about the one for the book?
The end one. No, not that one.
Oh, your other one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can put it in now. So.
You won't believe what the end of the show holds.
Yeah,
for you.
stay for at the very, very end of the show.
I'm so excited. I can barely contain myself. This is so exciting, guys. Oh.
All right, we'll be back.
Don't bring me down.
1,000 dreams ago, I dreamed 1,000 dreams. But how it seems to go is I need 1,000 things. But now I need to grow and see astounding scenes. Forever Jake Flow, forever shouting things. It's funny how far in a year you can come. Money leaves scars, no tears can overcome. But we ain't gon' stop to the top, it's all fun. Are you then running out? It's only just begun.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoy the hosts or the content of the Twisted 10, be sure to check out our other show. It's called Living Podcariously. While the Twisted 10 may get crass and explicit occasionally, it holds no water to Living Podcariously. We do get a little bit more rough and raw on that show. We have a lot of fun producing it and have had some awesome guests. And as always, thanks for listening.
And we're back. There you go.
That's for you, Ron.
So what kind of show?
Huh?
The celebration.
Oh, crap, I forgot
it.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, you lost it.
So we are back with the Twisted 10, and we have Xavier has the reins, but I'm going to hold the reins for a second real quickly. Just wanted to mention that the Twisted 10 is now available on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
right.
can go to the Dichotomy Media, which we haven't really discussed too much, but
No, that's us. We aren't owned by anybody else. That is definitely us that run that. But since we have a couple of different shows, we put them both under one media company's name, and that is Dichotomy Media.
yeah. So the page or the channel is Dichotomy Media LLC Podcasts, I think is the name. And under there you'll see playlists, one for Living Podcariously, our other show that we do. Also, the Twisted 10 will be on there, and there's a new show, a brand new show that just came out.
That's
called
right.
Year 40 Now What, which has only 3 episodes so far, but there'll be one weekly coming out.
That's right. That's the hosts of that one is our very own Tach Van Sickle and our podcast buddy, Mr. Ron Caniff.
That's right.
He used, for those old school folks that know Living Podcariously, our other show, Ron was one of the original founders of Living Podcariously. But because of, as Xavier figured out tonight, Ron drives, actually, and Jay knows this, Ron drives all the way from Palm Bay, so it became too much of a haul. And and he's got all sorts of stuff going on with his job and stuff like that. So
Yep.
why am I making excuses for Ron not being on the show, Tach?
I don't know.
What's going on?
But so check us out on YouTube and also check us out in iTunes. If you listen to us on iTunes, please subscribe, rate, and review. It helps us out so much. Thank you.
All right.
So back to Xavier.
All right, do you want to recap 10 through 5? Do you remember the order you put them in?
I don't remember the order, but I can tell you which ones I did.
All right, yeah, do the names of the 10 through 6 for us.
There was the barber/doctor.
All right.
The human radar. There was the newspaper reader.
Oh, that's right.
And town crier and the human alarm clock.
Human alarm clock. Now,
go ahead.
No, you first.
I was just saying now we're at number 5, but go ahead.
I kind of forgot what I was going to say. That's why I said you first.
Which brings us down to the top 5.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll just go. I don't remember. I really had something to say. I have no idea what it was.
5.
Number 5.
Single.
Number 5.
All right. They are called opium collectors.
Opium or opium? Okay.
I really have no clue what this is.
Oakum. Oakum? Oakum collectors. Okay.
Some
fuck is an
from
oakum?
Oklahoma.
They collect oakum. God.
What's oakum?
Is that like an Okie?
I have no idea.
Oklahoma
But I'm sure maybe he has the answer.
Xavier might tell
Let's
us.
listen.
All right, I sure do. All right, so they were people that were in charge of collecting clumps of tarry fibers that was good at forming watertight seals. And basically it was for when they made their ships, they would make them watertight, and it was like a tarry substance that they would pull, and they would get like, probably in a day, they'd probably pull about, for a men and women, it would be about 1 pound to 2 pounds. But
It's not very much.
no. So it's very tedious work, and they would have just lines and lines and lines of hundreds of people that would just sit there and do this all day long. And the only way to get it is off of like you can find it on like old like ropes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like an extract or something out of a certain type of tree or something? Because I'm thinking like sap out of a tree. That might be
that's what I was thinking, but there wasn't really
a whole lot on it.
Yeah.
You were thinking oak cum. That's what you were thinking.
Damn it. He's right again.
That joke was right in front of you, Adam. You couldn't take it.
Well, he sets him up and you knock him down, Jay.
That's right. Could you imagine that job? That's got to be some pretty valuable shit, though. For a whole group of men and women to be doing it and it only yield £1 pound a day?
Right. So the only thing that I got on what it actually is and how you actually get it, it says the best way to produce oakum was to pick apart...
Stroke it really fast?
To pick apart and unravel like worn out like tar-covered ropes is what they say.
Huh.
And spit on it first, it helps.
Yeah, spit on. You know, tears make the best lubricant, though.
The arousal of a tar.
My takeaway from this is I had no idea you could red rocket an oak tree.
My name's Oak Tree.
Eventually, it just became so much tedious work for the men and women and whatever. It actually ended up being like a prison sentence. Like that was your work release, was you had to go do this for like 2 years. And that was your sentence to go and do it.
You weren't replaced by machines. You weren't replaced by illegal immigrants. You were just replaced by illegals.
There you go.
Build the wall.
All right, it's the first time illegals were reported taking jobs. That's where we got that term from.
Nice.
All right, number 4.
Cuatro.
So this one is kind of gross. We're getting down into the kind of.
We're all about some gross stuff.
Gross.
So, you guys want to take a guess at this one? The name of it is a urine collector.
A urine collector?
Guess what that is?
What would they use it for?
Oh.
Tests.
Antibacterial cleansing.
Is it anybody?
You have part of it.
Part of it?
Yeah.
Oh. Is not nobody specific, right? It's not like women specifically over
Are they
men's
going to
urine.
drink it?
No.
Teeth whitening. Teeth whitening.
That's disgusting.
That's what I try to do.
Oh.
There's actually quite a few interesting things that they would actually
I
use
don't
it
know.
for.
Well, sanitation, I guess, whatever he said.
Well, antibacterial, so it's known that your urine is, what is it called when it's completely
It's
like a, like you pee on a, what are you saying over there?
I'm trying to figure out the word.
What the fuck? No, when like you pee on somebody's leg and it when they have a, I guess you have to justify,
septic?
they have a, Antiseptic. Yes.
You realize
I said
that's
antiseptic.
Please, before we start peeing on people's legs, that's not true, right?
What, peeing on the
peeing on a jellyfish.
A jellyfish. Thank you. I couldn't think of the animal.
That's not true.
Whoa.
Don't pee on
Yeah.
somebody's leg. That's something that someone came up with so they could piss on a friend of theirs.
They just wanted a golden
yeah.
shower.
But
Really?
That's what they all say.
Yeah, no, that's a lie. White vinegar. That's the only thing that's going to do
You don't
it.
have it?
Well,
Yeah,
hang
don't
on.
pee because it's not going to help.
We're about to ask
Oh, the
Google that
internet will
question.
know.
Okay, Google.
Just tap the microphone.
Hey Siri, how do you cure a jellyfish sting?
Does peeing on a jellyfish sting actually work? It says, fucking, hey Siri. It picked up what you said.
Hey Siri, what do you do with a jellyfish sting?
Okay, Google.
Hey Siri.
Oh, God damn it.
There you go. How do you do?
Hey Siri. I'm going to fuck with you now.
I found something on the web about how do you deny. Check it out.
How do you deny Siri?
So I just typed it in like a normal fucking person.
So
Because heaven forbid you actually type it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in the real world, treating a jellyfish sting by urinating on it may actually cause someone in the situation even more pain. Urine can actually aggravate the jellyfish stingers into releasing more venom.
You kind of went the other way on that one, didn't you?
It's
And by the
funny.
way, now you have gonorrhea. Sorry.
It's funny there because he's like, I typed it in, and Xavier's sitting over there going, I looked the shit up on an encyclopedia. I have a printout.
Yeah.
Is it in there? Do you have the details in there? That myth?
Not for jellyfish.
Oh, all right. See, Tach, we justified
I'm
this.
just
So
making
now
jokes.
you're learning stuff, folks. Don't pee on a jellyfish sting.
And
Yeah, just poop on it.
Adam and Tat can't work their fucking phones.
Yeah.
What's this?
Anybody who tells you, oh yeah, you could totally do that, ask them how many people they fucking peed on. No one ever has.
I
No
guess
one's
that's a good
done it.
point.
It's the same with cow tipping.
Yeah.
Nobody's done it. Doesn't exist.
Well,
Anyway, go
you've
ahead.
tried.
It doesn't work.
They like to sleep
Cow
laying
tipping
down.
is
Okay, we're-
100% fake. I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
They sleep laying down.
Thank you. All right. Sorry, Xavier. You got the show. Sorry. We stole it from
We
you.
tangent like
It's
a
all
motherfucker in
It's
here.
all good. That's the fun of the show.
So why were they collecting urine? What was going on
Okay,
here?
so believe it or not, it was actually a big textile resource.
Textiles?
Will they make like shirts out of it and shit? What do
They would use it to like dye shirts and like
Oh.
do different.
Can I see
like,
that
just
shirt in that
different
piss yellow?
That one's got a greenish
Well,
tint.
you-
Lots of asparagus.
Can you imagine?
You'd sell it and it's sun kissed.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I just thought about how they got the red shirts.
Who?
No.
Tat, you need to explain it to Jo. What? Holly? Did you say Holly?
Holly got the red shirts. That's what I heard.
Is that
She
code
just
word?
realized how
Howie.
they got the red
Oh,
shirt.
I heard Holly. I was like, what?
No, she said she just realized how they got the red shirt.
So wait, that's how they
Oh.
got the red shirt. So what you're saying is you pee and you immediately get some disposable character on Star Trek? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
By
That's
the
what
red
I
shirts?
meant.
Okay.
Ensign
Nice.
Johnson.
Good
So
reference.
believe it or not, it was they would actually use the urine and collect the urine and do different stuff to it and like take certain chemicals out of it. And then, believe it or not, they actually made gunpowder with it. That was one of the original ingredients to make gunpowder. Is
Wow.
what was
Interesting.
urine.
That's
I've always-
a powerful pee.
I was always thought my pee was potent.
What's the bathroom look like in that gunpowder factory, though?
A bunch of guys standing there with beakers. That's what the bathroom looks like. Right here, please.
You got to piss?
You get fired for peeing into a toilet. That's a resource, goddammit.
Well, that's what the urine collectors would actually do. Like that's where the term piss pot came from, or a town piss pot.
It's good to be the
It
king.
was these people would go to like the
Piss boy?
outhouses that were specifically meant for urinating and go and collect the urine and bring it back to wherever they would take
Yeah.
it to.
You know what, though? That's almost a Nobel Prize waiting to happen. With all the sewage systems that are all over the place, come up with a more economical way to reinvent a product out of human waste.
Gunpowder. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's America.
right?
Yeah,
Instead of treating it with thousands of chemicals to dilute it back into
So-
drinking water.
true. So what happened with this? Well, first of all, what type of people did this? Were these like the low,
The
like
piss poor people.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much like bottom of the barrel job, like
gotcha?
one of like
So what
a job you're
replaced this
happy
job?
you don't have.
Is there a robot that eventually started going around and collecting piss?
Well, I mean, this was kind of a two-part with the next one.
Oh,
so-
okay. Sorry.
Oh, we've got a segue between numbers here.
So I want you guys to see if you know what it is. It's
What number are we on?
This is number
This is number 3.
Four.
No.
3?
This is 3.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Number 3.
3.
Tres.
All right, so it's called a gong farmer.
That's with
gong
poop, huh?
farmer?
It's the guy who tries to grow something on
He
the
gets
gong
poop.
show, and if nothing grows, he just gets gonged off.
I am begging our friends, by the way, that live in over in Japan right now. Trish who's over there. I would absolutely beg her to find us an authentic Japanese mini gong to have sitting in the studio. I think that would be so much fun.
Along with the Japanese, it was a yelling jar. What was that?
Yeah, that's right.
With some Thanksgiving fried chicken.
I don't know. I think they spelled that wrong. So a gong
KFC specifics.
farmer?
It's a gong.
I think you spelled it right. It's ganja.
Thank you. Well,
No, that's a job that still
though.
exists.
Yeah, that still exists.
This is
Good call.
jobs you're happy you don't have.
Poop collector. He's got to fill just a poop.
Gong?
Everyone goes
Yeah.
and poops
That
in it.
sounds-
Fertilizes
sounds
it.
right.
Andrea's got it there. This
That's
is
it?
the second part. They would
Way to
actually go and collect
No, my
the
shit.
poop part of the
So is that two different people?
two
like-
completely different jobs.
So like
Believe it or
when you
not,
train
one
on
got paid
piss
more.
duty, you only do piss duty, right?
Right.
Do you get promoted or demoted to shit duty or anything like, or they don't know that day, like be Adam, you're on piss duty today.
God damn it.
I think it's kind of a lottery system.
Andrea,
For the
gong.
for the veterans,
That's shitty.
for the veterans listening, this is where the term "shit detail" came from.
Blackwater. Not the company, the actual containers in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Literal.
They were called Blackwater. Yeah.
That's gross.
But so their job was to travel around to different tutor cities and estates at night and dig up all the crap out of the outhouses and all the cesspits and transport the waste to the nearest
So this was
sewer,
a
creek or ditch.
Traveling job then.
Yep.
They also did vaudeville.
And they also ironically sold hair products.
and their Uncle Larry's tonic, or whatever.
Yeah, it's where the first hair tonic came from.
Oh my god.
Use
Do
this
you
new
need some?
conditioner.
Huh?
Get your beard to grow back.
Yeah, that's what it
Would
was.
you use it?
It's fertilizer. That's what it is.
I promise it'll grow.
Yeah, that snake oil you just bought. Yeah, it's tax pee.
All right, so now it's kind of getting down to a creepy bit.
All right. I like it.
Yes.
Get it as creepy as you can get.
All right, so at number
Don't pull your dick
two-
out, though.
Dos.
Number two, I have the Sin Eater.
The sin
Is this something
eater.
This
on
is
Harry
religious.
Potter?
This is
dirty.
a very it's not super religious. It's actually just kind of it's like so if you like lived a bad life and then you decided on your deathbed that you wanted to do whatever and believe in whatever you wanted to believe in, this person would actually come and they would take this bread and like basically kill you with bread. And it was like there was
Whoa,
a
it took a
whole-
twist. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna read what I have on the
Okay.
sheet
Okay.
before I get confused. So I got the Sin Eaters helped out souls of suddenly deceased gain entry into whatever they believe
deity
in.
they're going to. Yeah.
Right. Absorbing their unconfessed sins to their whatever.
To the loaf of bread, and then they eat
Right.
it.
And they did this by passing the piece of bread over the corpse or by placing it on the chest. And the bread would soak up any sins, which the sin eater then consumed via bread in return for a meager payment.
Oh,
Payment by who?
the family of the
dead.
The
deceased.
family of the deceased. And it was believed that the more sins the sin eater devoured, the more, like,
The more you can fill up on the main entree. That's how they get you.
Sounds like this guy got paid to go eat picnics on dead people. That's really what it sounds like to me.
It's kind of like a sushi bar where you
believe
eat
it or
off the
not,
naked
they
woman.
all the pictures that I found and everything on it that I found, these were actually like kids' age, like teenagers.
Really?
Like very young people that were very like high up into churches and stuff that would actually go and do this.
So
Why
if you
couldn't-
couldn't be a stripper, you were a bread sin or a sin eater.
A sin eater. Why
You
couldn't we
couldn't
get
be
rid of?
a stripping bread eater?
We could keep the sin eater. I would rather the sin eater be around now than the Moyles. You know what I mean? Why couldn't we have lost that profession?
That's gross and
Isn't it?
unsanitary.
Isn't it?
You have to piss all over it first, and then you can eat it.
What do you want to
And make sure you leave room for salad. So
get it, Tach?
All right, guys. So here is number one.
Number one.
Uno.
All right. So this one is pretty creepy. It creeps me out every time I see it. I keep looking
Nice.
at the picture and it keeps creeping
I'm
me out.
excited.
So the plague doctors.
Oh, that sounds like a horrible 90s band.
That was the Spin Doctors.
You're in the
that's
totally
right,
wrong
that's right.
era. This is back in the 1600s.
Yeah, no, these are the guys that wore the masks. I remember that.
Yeah,
they wore like the big crow masks.
long crow masks.
Yeah.
Now, do you know
What?
what was,
That's a real thing? I thought it was like music video.
No,
It's
shit.
a-
When at your Halloween party, you had the two people that came in dressed as crows or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you
and
know-
the one had the mask. That was a plague mask.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what the point of that long mask was?
I think it was
The beak?
something. Yeah,
Keep the germs away?
I think it was something to do with keeping it from passing through your respiratory system.
So kind of. So what they would do is the long beaks and why they were actually tilted down. They would put certain like herbs and stuff into the beak of it.
I know what they put in there. They're smoking the beaks, man. Oh, yeah.
Well, what they would put in there was all sorts of like different kinds of like just different plants and stuff that they would put into it, and it was thought that those specific plants would actually keep away like the plague. It was thought to be like a cleansing plant. Like eucalyptus was a big one that they used.
I love this smell of fresh eucalyptus. Oh,
A lot of like your healthy plants, like they would just use a lot of like all natural stuff, and it would just, they thought that it would just keep it away. But that was the point of the big long drapey clothes and the long creepy looking beak, and the beak actually had a functionality that it was to keep the plague away from them.
So what did they actually do?
Took care of the sick
Oh, they
people.
just
they took care of the
them?
plague
Yeah.
people.
That's
Okay.
just what they had to
They
wear.
were like nurses or whatever?
Right, so they were like, they would like spend the night with them, like that was like their in-home person that would actually live with you. So you
So
had a
comforting.
person.
So
I'm
you're
sure they
sick
felt
and
so- yeah.
hallucinating with this like creepy
So
thing
you have
over
this
you.
thing just walking around your house all the time with this giant
Yeah.
beak.
Holy shit. That'd be
But
kinda...
you're dying with the plague, so I mean,
Yeah.
you're really not concerned about that.
Yeah, those things are creepy as hell. I've seen them in a lot of music videos or,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to think. There's a cartoon with them too, black and white, right? Isn't that the
No,
same?
that's Woody Woodpecker.
Isn't it the same?
No, you're talking about like Spy versus Spy.
Spy versus Spy. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's the same type of mask, though, right?
Yeah.
No, that was their face, man.
Yeah, got it.
They weren't plague doctors or whatever.
Or were they?
That's back in the day when you used to refer to it as a apothecary.
Yeah.
Anybody know what that word means?
That's like someone who makes medicines
Yes,
or
he
whatever,
makes all
right?
the little
The apothecary
The
is
healer.
is the pharmacy.
Yeah.
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 The healer with what's it called when you don't heal with like homeopathic medicine? No,
No, you
Holistic?
holistic medicine.
Holistic,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Come brush this rock on your arm and it will fix the break. No.
Is that it?
Didn't work. That
Yeah, it was number one. Yeah,
Nice.
Good
Nice
list, man.
that was great.
Yeah, that was
man.
Appreciate
Yes.
it. Appreciate it.
Very
Unique
cool.
and original.
Yeah,
I like
very.
it.
Calolente.
I do have another list that will possibly be in the future here. that I
Nice.
already
All
have
right.
put
Yeah, this was a
together.
good one, man.
Oh, cool.
So wait, real quick question about that list. Were there any twists in that list?
No.
None in that one. Okay.
in that one.
All right. No, that's cool. About half of our lists that come out have a twist in it.
Yep.
So
The next
it gets-
one does have a twist, though.
Do you want to tease your future visit for in here? Do you have a tease you could give where it doesn't necessarily give away the list, but it lets us think what you might be bringing up? Top 10 ways to kill podcast hosts. Wait, what? Just kidding. Why'd everybody like get uncomfortable and quiet and stare at me all of a sudden? No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
All right. Yeah, cool. Do you want to plug anything? That's one of the things that we do on the show is if you do come in to guest host an episode, it is your episode. So that means you can plug anything you want to plug, be it a podcast or iTunes or something you're selling on iTunes or a comedy show or whatever the hell you want to plug.
Maybe
You can come in
just
here to it. Or a nonprofit, a charity,
Something you like. I don't know.
or you
whatever.
can ask for money.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Not
All
from
right.
us, though. But no.
All right, so I just wanted to give a quick plug to Red and J Boulevard. You can look them up on SoundCloud and YouTube. J Boulevard is JBLVD or J.BLVD.
And they're local Brevard County musicians. They rap, right?
Yep, they're out of Palm Bay here, and they actually have a new video up on YouTube, which is called "Miss Me."
Sweet. We'll link those. Right. Shoot me those links, and we'll put them into the show notes for this week.
Okay.
And then if they want to give us some music to use on a future episode, really for Living Podcariously, because that one's got several spots in the show where we have break music.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we'll play.
He said
we'll play
his SoundCloud is open to you guys. So.
Sweet. Nice. Awesome. We got another local musician. Yeah, this week's episode in this show you're hearing from J-Flow from the Burn It Down show. Guys here that are local as well. Have a great show. Jay, he's got a cool voice as well. He's got like the radio style voice. I mean, you should hear it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going to start listening to it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. But yeah, any local musicians or talent or anything like that. In fact, our buddies up at Village Idiot Pub, one of the guys in there, Damien, is a musician, and we're going to get him on. Jay, I think you'll like his stuff. It's like Celtic, you know what? It'll be a surprise.
Why would the Latino like the Celtic stuff? Hold on, what is he playing salsa out of a bagpipe?
No, I thought in the past you've said you like that kind of stuff. I know you like bluegrass,
I like
but
bluegrass.
I thought you like Celtic music and different types of
like bagpipes and shit.
No, not necessarily bagpipes. Just the style of music.
You can have like the wooden flutes too sometimes.
Like those ladies that are
like Peruvian. Oh, like Enya.
Kinda.
Sort of. Enya's just sex music. Let's face it.
Is that what you're having sex to? Oh, that's weird.
I put on the Enigma playlist, and Andrea's panties go down.
You don't have to put anything on.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's just what it takes to get you up. I prefer to have sex listening to the smooth sounds of
Insane Clown Posse.
No, Nate Dogg, Daz Dillinger, and Corrupt, otherwise known as the Dog Pound.
Yes, nice.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee.
Well, if Corrupt gave a fuck about a bitch, I'd always be broke.
I prefer Disney princess songs myself.
Quite the range and demographics of sexual song choices we have here.
No, you know what? I dig why Andrea likes that, because if the guy's turned on by that, he's not the one.
Oh, that's a good call. This is your test.
Jasmine starts singing A Whole New World, and that erection starts. She's like, nope.
Or I'm not gonna say that. Oh yes,
I agree.
Let's just be friends.
We can discuss more on that on Living Podcariously.
Absolutely, yeah. We get a little more crass on that show.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Podcast Radio Network.
For this show, yeah. If you want to hear this show, it's Wednesdays on Podcast Radio Network. Yeah, we want to give a shout out to John Sweeney too. He's got a really, really good thing going, and ours have grown in popularity. Living Podcariously, out of all of his podcasts, is number 2 on that. Twisted 10 is down around 6 or 7, somewhere in there. But Living Podcariously is up at number 2.
So let's tell him a better way. Remember, Wednesdays, 8 p.m., listen to us on Podcast Radio Network. Let's make us number 1.
Who's number 1?
The Daily Show? I don't know.
It should be the Twisted 10, guys. Come on, listen to us.
Well, cool.
All right.
Yeah,
so
Xavier, thank you so much for coming up, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Xavier and his girl came out and saw us out, hung out with Andrea and I out at Sandbar to watch Hot Pink play this last weekend. You know, You guys got the texts. Yeah, you got them. You never showed up.
Yeah. I was waiting.
I was at work, so, you know.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have brought the baby.
We could have carpooled.
Yeah, he's down there next to you. That's right.
I don't read English, so if you text me anything, I just don't know what I'm looking at. You have to text it in El Espanol.
Oh,
Google
that's easy.
Translate.
Unless I can continue to find guest hosts, I'm up next week.
Okay.
My theme, and I'll tell you right off the bat, is, and I've said this in the past as a teaser, is based off an episode of Time Suck from Dan Cummins. So listen to all 24 of his that he's got out right now. One of them, very good. One of them is what I'm theming my next episode about.
Are any of them about engagements?
We'll find out next week.
Nobody likes a needy girl, Andrea.
All right. Well,
all
cool
right.
deal.
So don't forget to follow us on Facebook at the Twisted 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, Facebook too, and Twitter at the Twisted 10.
Yep.
Check us out on the new YouTube channel for Dichotomy Media.
That's right. All in the show notes. You'll see them all.
Yep. And anything else?
Nah, I guess that's it.
All right. That's it. Well, I'm Tach.
I'm Adam.
I'm Andrea Joy.
I'm Jay Alvarez.
And our guest host,
Xavier.
Cool deal. Let's get out of here.
See you. Wait. Don't hit stop on the episode just yet. Hey, this is Tach from the podcast you just listened to. And if you enjoy Living Podcariously or The Twisted 10, then you're going to love my new podcast I co-host with my lifelong buddy, Ron Caniff. It's called You're 40, Now What? It's about the trials and tribulations of turning 40 and just getting through life. So check it out on iTunes, Google Play Music, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thanks. Now go give someone a mouth hug.